Is that increase in cases enough to force some kind of action on the stimulus front, or are there just too many balls in the air right now?
So I'm optimistic about the outlook for stimulus over the next few months at some point. I think the question of whether it happens in the lame duck, there are a number of factors that will shape it. Certainly, the trajectory of cases is going to be a key one. And I think the other key factor is what's going on in the economy. And as you said, the recent data have continued to show somewhat more strength than we would have expected, particularly in the goods sectors. Consumer goods expenditures have been very strong. And I think that's spilling over into manufacturing more broadly.
Right. So all of this is very, very good news. I mean, I was shocked when that number came out this morning because it was already strong. And the fact that it got even stronger, even though in that past month, we know that the case count was rising, cases were spreading, was really surprising. So that would all, I guess, feel better or sit better if we didn't have this continued concern about what COVID's going to look like into the winter and the huge uncertainty about the election tomorrow. I mean, are you basically betting the economy will keep humming and not be set back by either of those two developments?
So if we do see an acceleration in the virus from here, I think almost inevitably it's going to take a toll on the economy. While the resilience of spending has been remarkable so far, I just don't think it can go on indefinitely. Now, that, of course, raises the big question of where are we headed with the virus? And are the measures in place sufficient? Or are we going to see now a more nationalized, generalized spread like they're seeing in Europe that's going to require broader-based lockdowns? I would say in that scenario, it will hit the economy. But then that, in turn, also increases the probability that we'll get stimulus quicker.
Right. Ironically, we have to do worse, I guess, in order to get that. You know, we were speaking last hour with some people who said, you know, if it is a blue wave, they don't expect any stimulus bill until after January for obvious reasons. Seat the new Senate, they craft their own package, et cetera. But what happens if people feel like we can't wait that long? I mean, what are the odds that you think a lame duck Congress could get at least maybe some smaller targeted bills done, or is that totally out of the question?
So I broadly agree that if it's a blue sweep, that in that scenario, the Democrats would strongly prefer to wait until January when they can control the terms of the discussion and have more effect on the outcome. That said, if cases are accelerating, it is going to be harder to wait. Moreover, if you're in those non-blue wave scenarios, I think the probabilities of stimulus would be somewhat higher in the lame duck than the blue sweep. So you put all that together, I think there's probably a 50% chance that we'll see some stimulus before the end of the year that would come during the lame duck, and another 40% that we get it in January or early February.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.